Today, we're reacting to the craziest hackers to be ever found in a game of Fortnite, as well as times when pros got caught cheating in Fortnite tournaments. And if you don't want to get killed by a cheater in your next game, make sure to go smash the like and subscribe button before it's too late. Okay, we got our first clip, which is, oh my god, okay. That guy's definitely a cheater. Yeah, no, this guy's just definitely a cheater, bro. Hey Dukes does not have aim like this, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Jesus.
Is that guy cheating?
Yeah, bro's just booger. Okay, yeah, no. That is crazy. Oh, the infamous Ninja Dr. Lupo clip.
Like 8 times in a row.
I actually love this clip so much, dude.
He's hacking. Take him serious. He's hacking.
Dude.
You gotta shoot him. Oh, whoa, dude.
Yeah, he is hacking.
Damn, dude.
He's actually cheating. He can't build, man. Don't.
Dude, that clip's so sick. Oh my god, this clip also. Okay, we got some pretty well-known clips. The minigun, bro. Oh my god.
The guy over by
Yeah,
me.
no, that's
the
fair. CIA.gov. Okay,
Wait, you're muted, dude.
bro's just killed everyone with a vehicle.
There's a hacker.
Yeah. That's actually
Oh
incredible.
my god.
Like,
I fucking him. Ammo.
Ain't no way.
no way you kill him.
Wrecked. What the
Ain't
fuck?
no way. Bro has done it again.
Like this.
Respawn?
Yo, that guy's got some crazy cheats. What the hell is that?
Wait, is that cheater?
No way, bro.
What the
fuck
hell?
is that? That's
How's he missing every shot?
What am I watching?
So dumb. Oh.
Nah, to be fair,
What the f—
that could be pretty normal.
Fran Lover 420. Yeah, it's just controlling.
Okay, I know this.
That kid
This
is
is
rage hacking. He tweeted.
yeah.
about
This
it.
is where it's about to get sauce.
I'm gonna forward this.
Okay,
Like, this is obvious. I can't lie.
dude, man, cheaters. I swear, cheaters are the worst, bro. Yeah, dude. Nah, I swear, aimbot like that is just the craziest thing to watch. Dude, I'm actually thankful, like, Epic's got a better, you know, banning system nowadays, because you rarely see cheaters like this anymore. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's dead.
Oh my.
200.
Oh, this is
200.
This is very recent.
200.
This guy's definitely banned by now, though. Dude, it's so cringe. I can't lie. Cheating has actually got to be the most, like, cringe thing I've ever seen. This is in a zero build tournament. Dude, this is in a tournament. I'm actually pretty sure this is the reason zero build tournaments got removed. Was because of cheating. So. Wait, this is like this season. Redding and kill. Oh, okay. Never mind. We've got a rapid fire deagle. Yeah, no, that's fair.
What would you do for $1 million?
What would I do for $1 million?
Fortnite pros, it was worth
Hey, Quid, clicks!
everything. From getting your hacker to play on your account in a $4 million tournament to using an aimbot to win FNCS. These are Fortnite's biggest cheating scandals.
Hey, is Peterbot a cheater?
None of these cheaters are more controversial.
Is Clicks a cheater?
than Clicks. It all started during a solo victory.
Okay, what?
Cash Cup.
This is just
Clicks
rage
was
bait?
playing and streaming the tournament to thousands of viewers, but something felt off in this match. This player was watching his stream.
Yeah, I've
messing
actually-
with his
I
match.
have seen
Then
this.
Clicks would make a huge mistake.
Now max my metal like a good boy. Come here and max my metal. I swear to God. Matt, drop the metal now. These streams I've been
So he
Yeah,
gave him
it's
his
not good
metal.
looks.
Clicks only tried to mess around and expose the stream sniper, but it quickly escalated. Clicks picked up the metal, which at first seemed harmless, but in reality, this was against the rules in Fortnite competitive games. Since
Nah,
the
it is a
stream
bit
sniper
unlucky
gave
though.
Clicks items, it seemed he was helping Clicks win, which is illegal. Shortly after, Epic Games took notice of the situation. Both Clicks and the stream sniper were slapped with a 2-week ban. This was really bad for Clicks. It meant that he'd miss not only that season's FNCS, but also the next. To make things even worse, he had also just relocated to Dallas to focus on competitive play. Everyone rallied behind Clicks, launching #FreeClicks, as everyone argued that the ban was too harsh for a one-time mistake. Two players, Ziff and
That is
Ronaldo,
actually rough,
created one
man.
of the
That is
biggest
rough.
cheating scandals in Fortnite
I remember
history.
this
The
actually.
stakes were
I do
huge.
remember
Fortnite
this.
had just launched its first World Cup, featuring a $30 million prize pool, so obviously it had the world's best players competing. For players like Ziff and Ronaldo, this tournament was an opportunity to make a name for themselves, so they would do anything to win. During the qualifiers, Ziff and Ronaldo seemed to be performing exceptionally well, but their performance had one unusual twist. They weren't just relying on their raw skill. Instead, they had some help from friends who landed near them during games and purposely gave up eliminations. To qualify for the Fortnite World Cup, winning a game only got you 3 points, whereas an elimination got you 1. So if you wanted to qualify, it would be way easier to kill as many people as possible in comparison to just trying to win. So Ziff and Ronaldo exploited this, but it wasn't long before the Fortnite community noticed. Cypher PK posted a video detailing Ziff and Ronaldo's suspicious gameplay.
You know, I don't understand this one right here. So he lands, he obviously sees the purple pump. There's a chest there. You hear the chest, right? You don't hear the chest? Runs past the purple pump, pickaxes the chest for some reason.
Nah, stuff like this is actually pretty
Finally
weird.
picks up the purple pump. He's dead. Now this chesty guy lands out of nowhere, right? I don't know why he landed.
Yeah,
So this guy
nah,
lands out of
this
nowhere.
whole
He goes to the
thing was
chest,
pretty weird.
Grabs the SMG, doesn't grab the match, doesn't go for the purple pump, doesn't go for anything, running into a wall, and then he shows us, for some reason, just shooting the brick wall, never shooting over the brick wall. It's okay.
With overwhelming evidence, everyone flooded social media, calling for Epic Games to take action, giving Ziff and Ronaldo a 2-week ban. However, this punishment was seen as way too lenient. Fast forward to the World Cup finals in New York, everyone was angry. Fans in the stadium
they ended
didn't
up
hold
qualifying,
back,
man.
booing Ziff and Ronaldo as they walked onto the stage, and even cheering when they were eliminated.
That was actually kind of funny. When this was happening, that was kind of funny.
Thankfully, this was really the last we saw of them. They never really performed well again in the competitive scene, and although this was a massive scandal, it wasn't nearly as complex as Repulse God's cheating. Back in 2021,
Repulse God.
Repulse was a
Yo.
massive name in the Oceania Fortnite
Repulse
scene.
God.
He competed in FNCS tournaments, placing consistently well and even securing 4th place at DreamHack Anaheim in 2020. However, out of nowhere, he disappeared from Fortnite and left competitive gaming entirely. Then in early 2023, Repulse God randomly appeared and in the OCE competitive scene. This comeback was absolutely insane. He resumed competing in Fortnite's FNCS tournaments with instant success, winning the FNCS Major 3 Grand Finals. It's impossible for a player who quit 2 years to come back and be better than ever. But what raised more suspicion was that he had transitioned from a keyboard and mouse player to playing on a controller. It was all very strange. It seemed like someone was using his account. A player named Forbes, a former top OCE player and friend of Repulse's, surfaced as a potential player using Repulse's account. Forbes was a very controversial player. He had been banned from Fortnite in the past because he used cheating software from another game, Rainbow Six, which was still active when he logged into Fortnite. Since Repulse and his new duo partner Jace won the FNCS Major 3 Grand Finals, they clinched a qualification spot for the FNCS Global Championship in Denmark, the biggest Fortnite event of the year. Just days before the tournament, the rumors got so much worse. Why? Repulse showed up and started telling other players he was letting Forbes play on his account. He was even drinking and smoking in the hotel, which was against the rules. Even though the exact reason was unclear, Epic Games took action, disqualified Repulse, and sent him back to Australia.
Yeah, no, honestly, fair play, fair play.
Epic Games banned the Repulse account, which confirmed that he had been cheating all along. Quid's Fortnite career is filled with massive achievements and complex controversies. He was known for how
I duoed with this guy in our World Cup
almost every time. His breakthrough,
dude, he actually was kind of crazy at the game,
Season 1, when he competed in FNCS duos with his teammate Jinx. Together, they did insanely well, winning the FNCS Grand Finals and securing Quid's place as one of the youngest FNCS champions ever at just 14 years old. His success story continued as the solo FNCS Invitationals were approaching the next month. However, what was going to be his biggest moment turned into a nightmare. When he started playing the solo FNCS Invitational, abruptly in the middle of his game, Quid was suddenly logged out of his account, and it was all caught on stream.
What? Who logged in? Who logged into my account? Hold on. I think my brother,
At first, it seemed to be a technical issue, possibly a server error on Epic Games' end. But in reality, this was the start of a much larger scandal. Soon, allegations surfaced that Quid had been using soft aim. But why were people accusing him of this? Well, a Serpent AAU, a player who had confessed to cheating.
I think this guy, I was gonna say this guy ended up getting caught by cheating also.
Showed Quid purchasing cheats from a known cheats provider.
We've got 1st October 2019, a Twitter account PC.
This whole situation was so weird, man.
And he asked them, about their product. And they say one of their players used it in the last solo cup on the 1st of October 2019. And they keep it all confidential. They don't say who did it. But they say the applications they use is VJoy, SCP, VBus, and Universal Control Remapper. Now, if we go to the present day, we've got 14th of May 2020, 10:29 p.m. from his Twitter.
Bad looks for Quid, man. Bad looks for Quid.
Same applications as PC Amos has said.
People were extremely suspicious, so Quid had to respond. He would release a video explaining his side of the story. However, as time passed, he never actually released the video. Quid would then be banned. However, he attempted multiple comebacks.
I think he's actually unbanned now. I think he ended up getting unbanned the other day, actually. So Quid could be back. Quid could be back.
So he quit. But as time went on, he just really wanted to play competitive Fortnite. And here's where things got weird. He tried to make another comeback, and oddly, Epic Games even invited him to certain invite-only tournaments despite his previous bans. It was so confusing because we didn't know if he was unbanned or if they were just loosening his ban. But eventually, Quid's return would soon fall apart. He faced another ban and was forced to retire from the game. All in all, no one knows why he was banned again, and his story is still such a mystery. BlazeFN built a cheating
unbanned again now.
That made him rich from selling cheats, but it would eventually ruin his life when Epic Games caught on. In 2021, BlazeFN was the most notorious name in the Fortnite community, mostly because he ran the biggest cheating business in Fortnite. He even sold inactive Fortnite accounts with rare skins like Renegade Raider and Ghoul Trooper. He was easily making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's crazy,
his
man.
cheats were everywhere. People were using them in ranked matches and tournaments, ruining the game for players trying to compete. It seemed like nothing could go wrong for Blaze. Word spread about Blaze's business, and soon everyone knew about it. And eventually Epic finally destroyed Blaze. Epic then sued BlazeFN and took him to court to end his operation. Epic accused BlazeFN of violating their copyrights, and when you create cheats, you copy the game's code, which is obviously illegal. He was also sued for selling unauthorized accounts and damaging the game's reputation. So eventually they would sue Blaze for damages over $120,000. The details of the settlement haven't been made public, but one thing's for sure, BlazeFN disappeared. The last thing we saw of Blaze was a statement on Twitter where he said the following: "What I did was illegal and gave players an unfair advantage over the people who play by the rules.
I respect Epic for taking legal action on people like this.
Contact me about
it is such a good example.
Fortnite player accounts." And even though it ruined Blaze's career, it wasn't as bad as High Skies. High Sky was
cheated?
a Fortnite prodigy.
I don't think High Sky ever cheated,
years
no?
old, he was becoming one of the best
I might be
players
wrong.
in the world.
Hold up.
So in 2019, FaZe Clan would sign him up. He began streaming on Twitch and built up a massive following. On the surface, everything seemed perfect, but behind the scenes, something didn't add up. You see, Fortnite's competitive rules clearly state that players must be at least 13 years old.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
compete
this
in
isn't
official
cheating
tournaments.
though.
FaZe Clan announced that High Sky 1 was 13 when they signed him up, which made sense. After all, he had been competing for months. But rumors started to spread that he was secretly younger. Things got serious when Tfue, another FaZe Clan member, filed a lawsuit against the organization over his contract. In the lawsuit, he revealed something shocking. High Sky 1 wasn't 13, he was 12. And this bombshell,
dude, the fact that High Sky was 12 and dominating that crazy,
was the truth.
That's insane, man. That is insane.
And what about FaZe Clan? If it was true and he was 12, did they know about it all along? FaZe had to reveal the shocking truth. And eventually they had to admit the truth. He had been underage when they signed him. High Sky was forced to do something to stop all the hate. So he would apologize.
12. I only lied so that I can fulfill my dream of being like a streamer. It's been my dream for a long time, and I worked for a year and a half for it. And I'm sorry that I lied, but I had to lie. I was too young and it held me back.
Twitch permanently banned his account because you had to be 13 to stream, and obviously he was only 12.
That was bad, man.
This really sucks because now
crazy how successful he was
at 12.
This was
only the beginning of his downfall. He was technically illegally winning prize money since he was competing when he was 12. So as a result, Epic Games wanted to take all of his prize money. But thankfully, High Sky was saved because FaZe negotiated with Epic Games to make sure his prize money wasn't taken away from him permanently. But still, things were really bad for him. He now lost all his earnings and couldn't make money on Twitch. It looked like his career was ruined. But just when everyone thought it was over, High Sky's career was saved. Instead of quitting, he shifted his focus to YouTube, where he started streaming and uploading videos. Today, High Sky 1, though he got dropped from FaZe, still makes videos. And while High Sky 1 dodged long-term consequences, other Fortnite cheats weren't so lucky. Serpent AU was considered one of Fortnite's most skilled creative players.
This guy used to be a demon, I swear, bro.
Editing were probably the fastest in the world. He would post videos of his insanely fast
I remember watching all of these
and
clips.
they would get hundreds of thousands of views. As more footage surfaced, some people started to notice some inconsistencies. Some of his edits didn't match his hand movements, and his edits became inhumanly accurate. It almost seemed like Serpent was cheating, like he was using macros. Macros are a type of software used to automate actions. For Fortnite, this meant that you only had to press one key to perform complex edits or builds, something that would normally take multiple clicks. Using macros not only gave players an unfair advantage, but it was also against Epic's rules. The truth began to unravel when a YouTuber named EJ Ladd released an in-depth video exposing Serpent AU.
Settings.
I actually miss EJ Ladd,
man.
man.
You can see he's got two
EJ
select
used to
edit
be the
points.
goat.
And if you remember back into that demonstration I mentioned, when using macros, you usually have to have two select edit points. So alongside his left click, He's got the big old trusty F1. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that's the first person I've ever seen use F1 as their select building edit bind. You'd have to snap your to try and get your finger up there, let alone press the little 100 times in a second.
In which Serpent admitted to experimenting with macros to gain views on his videos. At first, Serpent AU denied everything. He claimed the accusations were fake and that his gameplay was 100% legit. But then more evidence was revealed and it all went downhill. Serpent was forced to admit he was using macros. He said he had used them in the past but had stopped ages ago. But even when he had stopped, the damage was done. We were betrayed and lied to. Epic Games issued a ban and Serpent AU was banned from Fortnite, ruining his career. Serpent stopped posting about Fortnite and instead posted about cryptocurrency. He would post on Twitter exposing crypto scams. He was trying to rebuild his reputation after lying to everyone for so long. But in reality, he was
getting
only
into crypto,
exposing
man.
scams because, well, behind the scenes, he was a scammer himself. He launched several crypto projects that promised huge returns for investors, but these projects turned out to be scams. In total, his scams are estimated to have stolen over $3.5 million. While his Fortnite cheating cost him his reputation, his crypto schemes landed him in even deeper trouble. Reports say he is now on the run, and authorities may investigate his activities. But as wild as his story is, he wasn't the only cheater facing massive consequences. As next we have Subortian, a player whose actions took the cheating problem to a whole new level. This Fortnite player turned hacker didn't just cheat, he made a career out of it, raking in over $50,000 in tournament winnings by breaking the rules. Subortian started playing Fortnite casually, but as he improved, he began competing in small tournaments. He first appeared in the competitive scene in April 2023 at DreamHack San Diego, where he placed 21st in qualifiers. It was a pretty bad performance, but things suddenly took a dramatic turn in 2024. That year, Subortian started dominating zero-build tournaments. His gameplay was suspiciously perfect, his aim never missed, and his reaction times were literally instant.
Yeah, I mean, this is just clearly aimbot, no?
He was too good, but something seemed to be up. So the Fortnite community accused Subortian of using cheats like aimbot and wall hacks, and clearly they had good reason to believe it. But things only got worse for Subortian. Eventually, Epic Games started to investigate him, and the accounts of Subortian's ended up getting flagged because he was so obviously hacking. But here's where things got weird.
This is why we love Fortnite, man.
He avoided his ban and kept playing. But how? Well, when one of his accounts got flagged and banned, he simply switched to another, using VPNs and burner accounts to keep competing. By doing this, he managed to keep cheating and earned thousands of dollars, even placing first in multiple zero-build cash cups. He played zero-build because it was so much easier to cheat. You didn't have to worry about building skills. Here you could just throw on your aimbot and win games. While his official earnings were listed as $4,650, he made closer to $50,000 by using alternate accounts to avoid being banned. For a while, it seemed like Subortian was untouchable. He was becoming rich by hacking Fortnite, but then it would all crumble. In December 2024, Epic Games decided enough was enough. They would file a lawsuit against Subortian. The lawsuit accused Subortian of several violations, including avoiding anti-cheat technology, breaching tournament agreements, and committing fraud. Epic's legal team even argued that his actions violated copyright because using cheats changed the game's code illegally. The legal consequences were really bad.
This is why you don't cheat, guys. This is why you don't cheat.
He disappeared from the internet completely, deleting his accounts and cutting ties with teammates. Even his friends would stay silent because they didn't want Epic to come after them next. And while everyone about the lawsuit is private, we think Epic is suing him for up to $200,000 in damages. They think this is the amount of prize money he earned plus the damages he caused to the Fortnite community.
That is honestly wild, and that is why you shouldn't cheat. You know, I'm gonna be for real. Don't ever cheat. Don't do it. It's bad for you. If you enjoyed this video, click one of these. Make sure you subscribe and have a good one.